Obviously, Japan is famous for the lucky cat, and there's tons of lucky cat statues in souvenir shops across Japan. But this is the actual original lucky cat.
I actually can't believe I've made my own chopsticks from scratch, and I'm so happy with how they've turned out.
So I have the Goshirin.
Image you need to visit all 6 stations, but you will have to walk around the entire temple to reach all of the stations, which can take about 2 hours.
日本のお土産といえば、お菓子や雑貨を思い浮かべる方が多いかもしれません。しかし今、海外の人々の間で人気を集めているのは、そうした定番とは全く違うものです。例えば、自分で一から作るお箸や、神社やお寺で集める御朱印、さらには、生まれた日の新聞や、使うほどに育っていくタオルまで、日本人にとっては当たり前のこうした体験や日用品、またはこんなものまでお土産になるのかというものまで、驚きを持って受け入れられているのです。今回は、そんな想像を超える日本のお土産に、思わず感動する外国人たちのリアルな反応をご紹介します。
If you're coming to Tokyo, here are souvenirs I recommend as someone who has lived here for 2 years, based on actual souvenirs I've gotten my family and friends. The first one is an actual lucky cat from Gotokuji Temple. I actually got one for myself as well, so this is mine. Obviously, Japan is famous for the lucky cat, and there's tons of lucky cat statues in souvenir shops across Japan. But this is the actual original lucky cat where the legend started. Next souvenir I totally recommend is a handmade daruma doll from female artisans in Tokyo. Daruma are used whenever you have a goal that you want to achieve. You will fill in one eye, and then when you do achieve that goal, you fill in the other eye. So I like to get daruma for friends who I know are trying to accomplish big things, just as kind of a little bit of support for them. I also strongly recommend furin, or a traditional Japanese wind chime. This is one I got for my aunt, and I actually got myself one from Studio Ghibli. Furin are traditionally used in the summer, so I love listening to them because you know that a cool breeze is coming when you hear them, and they make such a beautiful noise. So I think they're perfect for anybody who likes to garden. Maybe they can hang it in their garden, and it's also a really beautiful piece of decoration as well.
If you're looking for more unique, low-key, less basic souvenirs from Japan that aren't basic like these, then I got you, because as someone who's been in Japan for a few months now, here is everything you need to get. First is a Japanese umbrella. I feel like people in Japan, especially the girlies, have really nice umbrellas. This brand is the most famous. It's called WPC. They have collabs with a lot of brands and cartoon characters like this, which is super cute. My favorite from them is their collab with the Met. Like, look at this gorgeous umbrella. Literally, have you ever seen umbrellas that are this pretty? They're foldable too, so they're not super bulky. I love them. Next is city-exclusive cafe merch from your favorite local cafe. Ralph's is not a local cafe, but this is one of my favorites. Like, look at this little bear with a Tokyo. So cute. They have a mug like this too, which will always remind you of your trip. Again, not local, but Blue Bottle Coffee has this little tote bag with Tokyo on it and then the logo at the back. You can also go for more unique cafe merch like this candle from Blue Bottle. Another thing that I think is perfect to buy in Japan is a Hobonichi planner. Especially if you're coming during the holidays, and you can use this the next year and it'll always remind you of the trip when you use it. This one with the Paddington, I think is so freaking cute. I love it. Hobonichi planners are Japanese planners, and they're one of the most popular kinds of planners in the planner girly community. Another thing you can get is a custom fragrance. These are the 3 most popular places to get them: My Only Fragrance, and Fragrance, and D&A. These all have different branches around Tokyo, Kyoto, and other places in Japan. You can just smell them and think about your trip. Or if you think you're gonna mess up a custom fragrance, you can go for a local fragrance brand or a city-exclusive fragrance like this one from Le Labo. Last but not the least, this one is the most affordable. No one ever talks about this, but Japanese nail polishes have the best color choices. As someone who loves a good natural nail polish, Canmake has the best color range, and they're available at like pretty much every drugstore. Super affordable too. They're like 400 yen, and if you're not into like the mascaras, the skincare, the vitamin C serums in Japan, then you can get this nail polish.
The best souvenir I got in Japan were engraved chopsticks, and they were less than $10. This place is located in the Nishiki Market in Kyoto, and the walls are lined with chopsticks, and the tables are filled with the cutest ceramic rests. You pay for your chopsticks, tell them how you would like them engraved, and then you get a return time to pick up your chopsticks. We use this time to explore the rest of the market, eat some delicious food, and I can't recommend a better souvenir. I'm obsessed. They're dishwasher safe too, so what more can you ask for? I ended up getting some for my entire family, so if you're in Kyoto, you have to check this out.
I had no idea this was a thing, but you can make your own custom chopsticks in Tokyo. You make them completely from scratch. So we made it to the workshop, and each person gets their own little workstation. So the first thing you have to do is pick the type of wood you want to use for your chopstick. There are so many different options. It's actually so hard to decide which one to go for. So the workshop only cost £4.10, but that only included 2 different types of wood. So if you wanted to go for a slightly fancier one, you had to pay a little bit extra. This is the one that I've decided to go for. It cost an extra 1,000 yen. And now it's time to get to work and make the chopstick. So step number 1 is planing. So you're basically shaving down the wood so it forms the shape of a chopstick. This was actually so much harder than I expected it to be. I was actually getting a little bit sweaty doing this. We were doing this for about 20 minutes, so it definitely does take time. And I'm a little bit worried I'm gonna mess it up at some point, but so far so good. The wood my boyfriend picked was definitely harder to shave down, so I'm glad I went for the one that I did. Slowly but surely they started to actually look like chopsticks. Our instructor said to put a couple of the offcuts in the bag to keep as a little bit of decoration. These are what my chopsticks are currently looking like, but now it is time for sanding. We're just smoothing out all of the surfaces and all of the sharp corners, and this is where you can decide whether you want to keep the chopsticks more square or round them off a bit more. You can then decide if you want to add an engraving to your chopstick. It costs an extra 1,100 yen, but I feel like this is really going to make it, so I decided to get Jessica Tokyo written on my chopstick, but obviously I had to get it written in Japanese. This is the machine adding the engraving. It looks so good. Now it's time for the final step, which is oiling. So we pop some gloves on and then spread oil all over the chopstick. This just really finishes them off. I actually can't believe I've made my own chopsticks from scratch, and I'm so happy with how they've turned out. So with the cost of the workshop and all of the added extras, it came to just over £14, which I think is so good. We just booked the workshop through Klook, and I would definitely recommend doing this if you're planning a trip to Tokyo.
I never know what to bring my mom back from Japan, and since I'm going home soon, I want to find something that she'll actually use but still has that Japanese vibe. These are Japanese towels where the more you use them, the fluffier and softer they get, hence the name sodateru, which means to raise or to nurture. But other than towels, they also have products like bathrobes, hats, and cute collaborations. Their Wa-En series features towels wrapped in a furoshiki, a traditional wrapping cloth. In Japan, the way you present a gift is just as important as the gift itself. So not only are these towels beautiful and useful, they carry a deeper cultural meaning too. And since my mom loves Japanese quality and design, these were perfect for her.
If you're looking for a unique souvenir for when you come to Japan, check out Goshuin. Goshuin are temple and shrine seals. They're basically proof that you visited this temple or shrine, the name of the shrine in calligraphy, the date that you visited. Almost every single temple and shrine in Japan has a Goshuin, and such an incredible and unique way to kind of record your travels, record your visits, and record the places that you visited all over Japan. This is my Goshuin show. It has Kiyomizu-dera on it, which is a Buddhist temple in Kyoto, a very, very famous one. If you open the Goshuin show, I have the Goshuin. I have the Goshuin of all of the temples and shrines that I visited in Japan. What I also want to say about Goshuin is that they also have seasonal ones or limited edition ones. A good friend of mine, he used to live in Japan, was obsessed with collecting Goshuin and have, I think, 5, 6, or 7 books. I could be wrong.
LOL, it's 9 books and they are all so beautiful.
Incredibly unique and beautiful souvenir, I think, that not a lot of foreigners know about. They're interested in hearing more about things you can bring home with you from Japan that are really special and unique.
This is one of the coolest souvenirs you can get in Japan at the Katsu Temple. You can get a free stamp card and visit 6 different stations around the temple, with each station giving you a unique stamp that forms part of an image, and to complete the image you need to visit all 6 stations, but you will have to walk around the entire temple to reach all of the stations, which can take about 2 hours, and once you've collected all 6 stamps, you get a complete image of Daruma dolls, which represent perseverance and good luck. Isn't that awesome?
Did you know that in Japan you can print a newspaper from the day that you were born, which makes a great unique souvenir for family and friends? And let's go try it out. It's only in Family Mart. You walk inside and they have these printers at the front, and if you translate it to English, it doesn't work for some reason. So just follow these exact steps. It did take a while to figure this out, I can't lie. I saw someone on TikTok do this, and the front page of her newspaper was like murder. So I hope mine is nice. You can also select which Japanese newspaper you like, but most people go with the Japan Times. I think it's the only one in English. And then you just pop in your birthday, and this only costs 500 yen, which is £2.32. And it is quite big as well. I'm not gonna lie, we had to fold it up. But I'm excited to see what happened on the day I was born. I think Princess Diana got married on the day I was born. In that exact year, I think. I'm not sure. I also know I share a birthday with Joey Essex. And here is the newspaper for my date of birth. I'm gonna show you guys the difference between this and a newspaper from the 1960s as well. I don't know what that means. Is that World War III? I'm not sure. We've got some stocks down below as well. You guys can pause and read it exactly. And then I printed one for my mum and then also my dad to give them as gifts. And they're a lot older than me. And look at the difference in their newspaper. It was just full on loads and loads of text. But yeah, it's a very cute gift idea, and I've only seen this at Family Mart. So if you're in Japan, make sure you get this done.
今回ご紹介したお土産は、もともと日本の日常や文化の中にあったものが、海外の人々に注目されたことで、新たな形へと広がっていったものです。例えば、御朱印や風鈴、日用品の数々、それらは体験や意味ごと持ち帰りたいという声によって、お土産としてさらに魅力的に進化してきました。日本では当たり前の価値が、外からの視点によって磨かれていく。その積み重ねが、今の日本のお土産の面白さを生み出しています。何を持ち帰るかだけでなく、どんな体験や思い出を持ち帰るのか、そこにこそ日本ならではの魅力があるのかもしれません。ぜひコメント欄で今回の動画の感想やご意見を聞かせてください。 最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。